This weekend, I'm headed to Lake Tahoe and Mexico for 2 weekends of back-to-back racing. I'm done with travel for today. I'm pretty stoked about that, and I just made it out to Tahoe. I'm at a trailhead right now, and I'm gonna do a little shakeout to get the travel out of my legs. Got my Long Sky 2s, watch loaded. Let's do it. Found some of the course. This is as high as I'm gonna go today. I feel like I need to stop myself before I run way too far today. It's been such a fun run with all the wildflowers and the mossy trees, but need to turn around so I don't go too far and wear myself out. I started off feeling a little stiff, but I'm loosening up well, so that's what these shakeouts are for. That was definitely one of my favorite runs of the summer so far. So beautiful, and I'm stoked to be here in Tahoe and able to explore this whole week. Well, it's Tuesday, and I woke up with a sore throat, started feeling it last night. It's really frustrating. I feel like all of June, the past 3 weeks or so, I just cannot catch a break. I haven't really had a run where I've really felt like myself, or maybe I'll have 1 or 2 runs where I feel like myself, and then yeah, I've just been sick for like almost 3 weeks. It's really frustrating. Doing everything that I can to not be sick. I'm taking a lot of immunity things, emergency every day, a multivitamin, echinacea. I'm doing it all. Trying to just stay healthy, but yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work out and it's really tough. So trying to figure out, I think I'm just gonna play it by ear, go day by day. That's the best thing to do in these situations, is just take it day by day. I think I might take off today from running and just try to get better, try to sleep a lot, and see if I feel good enough to run and race on Friday. So I have a few days, which is good, but the VK is on Friday and then the 23K is on Sunday. So I'll just kind of rest up and see if I feel good enough to race on Friday. Yeah, like I said, just gotta play it by ear, take it day by day. Don't get too anxious, because I don't know yet what will happen. So I don't want to be thinking that all hope is lost and I can't race if that's not really the case. I'm just gonna do everything that I can to recover and get better. So I'm gonna do that today. Day 3 of being sick, I'm gonna go for a little test run today, see how I feel. The VK is tomorrow, so I'm running short on time and really need to make a call if I'm gonna race or not. So this will be a good test run to just see where I'm at and see if I can race tomorrow. And if not, then I'll scratch it and hopefully I'll be ready by Sunday for the 23K. I'm actually feeling a lot better than I was expecting, so I think I am gonna do the VK tomorrow. And if these races were B races for the season, like if they were kind of just races that were a cherry on top for the season, then I probably wouldn't be so worried about doing them. But this is the predicament that I am in, is that Suunto a couple weeks ago was a USA qualifier for Worlds. You can watch a video that I did about that, but I was also sick for that race. This has just been a really tough June. And this race, the VK, is a qualifier for Worlds as well. And my last chance to try to qualify for the USA World Team. Worlds and Golden Trail Series were kind of my races for this season that I am really focused on and wanting to do well in and make it to. So these races are really important. Wanted to qualify and also get points for the Golden Trail Series in these races. So they're kind of really important races for the season, and it just kind of stinks that I got sick at this point in the season. I'm just going to go in there and give it my best shot. I'm still excited to race and just trying to go into it with a positive attitude. Well, I was definitely not quite ready to race. My breathing was totally off from the start, and I felt really fatigued and not like myself at all. Since I've started trail running, this was actually the first time I've ever missed making the USA World Team, so it was really hard missing the team, but I know I wasn't at my best in these qualifiers, so I can't let races where I'm not at my best define the way I think of myself as an athlete. I don't let myself get too down after a race like this, so the next day I cheered on some friends on the Broken Arrow 46K, played a wild mini golf course, and went for a flat run.
I was hoping that the VK would be a shock to the system and I would feel good about racing the 23K on Sunday, but the easy run showed my endurance wasn't quite there, so I decided to drop from the 23K and try to get ready for the next weekend. I wasn't feeling well enough to race at Broken Arrow in a world-class field, but I was feeling well enough to go for an easy run in the trails, so on Sunday, instead of racing, I went on a beautiful adventure run in the mountains. Monday, I ran easy again, and then it was a travel day from Reno to Mexico City for the next race on my schedule. On Tuesday, it was time to start exploring Mexico. I went on a run with a few of the other athletes racing this Golden Trail Series race. We ran from the hotel to the race course, did a short loop on that, and then ran back. There were a lot of dogs on the way from our hotel to the course, and one actually scratched me, so I ended up going to the doctor in Mexico after. It had been a really tough month, and at this point, I was really ready for things to turn around. Traveling all over the world for races is really fun, but I usually feel stressed the first day after traveling, trying to get my bearings in a new country, and sometimes adjust to a totally different time zone. This travel was no different, but day one was behind me, and things actually did start turning around after.
Bye-bye. Bye.
On Wednesday, we got in these trucks and, to my relief, drove to the race course instead of running to it. We did a bigger loop with more vert on it and got to see just how steep and techy this race was going to be.
You have to duck the whole time. Wow.
Thursday was a really special day. We did a short run in the morning, but the real treat was getting to explore the Mexican culture the rest of the day. We went to a pottery place where we learned how they make pottery, from how the clay is made all the way to how they sculpt it into beautiful pieces. After all our hard work sculpting our masterpieces, we were surprised with coffee and snacks and cups and on plates sculpted by the artist himself. We went to a beautiful lunch after and then continued on our tour with a visit to a hacienda in the afternoon. On Friday, more athletes arrived, so we loaded up in the trucks and headed out to the course again for another course scout.
This is the warm-up. And then they don't tell you, but they'll take off. Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like heart rate is like one.
When it hits 30% grade, they'll start going.
Cool. Angles here.
Okay. Alright, we'll get the tunnel at the end.
Yes, the soccer tunnel.
So perfect.
Oh. Peek up. Let me see your peek.
Remy is so helpful right now. Courtney Coppinger. I am currently residing in Colorado.
Looks like you've got a nice ride here.
Yeah, I found my ride to the race tomorrow. I think it will make it if I start constructing it and transporting myself now. It's runners. We're runners.
It's actually really good. It's a bit more Mexican.
Oh my gosh, they're called runners. Vroom, vroom.
Wow.
Yummy.
Yummy. They got a lot of kick to us.
Yummy. Another runner salad. Muy delicioso.
Court, how do you feel about being presented today?
Presenter girl here.
Huge.
It's a big day for me.
Big. Huge. Race morning in Mexico, and it rained all night last night, so of course it's going to be very muddy. Behind the scenes. Do you have your blankie?
Oh. Blanky.
Our blankie. The mud! Oh yeah, that would be crazy! Oh my gosh!
Finally, the race was on. I knew going into this race after back-to-back sicknesses taking me out of training for almost a whole month, still feeling a little fatigued from the last sickness, and this race being 23 miles with over 6,000 feet of vert, I needed to adjust some of my expectations. I love being competitive in races, but for me, this race was all about surviving and getting some points for the series. I started out around 9th place and basically held that position the whole race. My legs were gone about 12 miles in. At 14 miles, I got a huge side cramp and did some big mid-race problem solving to get rid of it. And then I just put my head down and repeated one foot in front of the other until the end of the race. Having the race course uploaded on my Suunto really helped too, because I was able to count down how far I had left to go, and it was really encouraging to see the numbers go down.
Here's the problem about the mountain.
Tell us.
First problem, you're walking literally 40-minute miles up it while people are cheering you like you're finishing a track race.
That is
so
true.
you feel sort of like, you know, I wish I was finishing a track race.
But sadly, you're not.
But sadly, you're not. Second problem with the mountain, it's shockingly muddy. Third problem with the mountain, it really just doesn't need to be there. You just could have skirted around
could have
it.
swerved
and
it.
you could have just bombed it. But, you know, if it weren't for the mountain, it wouldn't be trail running.
True.
9th place is my best finish at a Golden Trail World Series race, so I was happy powering through this one. I was really thankful to start feeling healthy again, and I'm excited about the races ahead this season. So obviously June was a very hard month for me, and sometimes things don't always happen the way you want them to, and that's what happened to me in June. But I always find in these situations it's best if I can just control what I can control. I can't control getting sick, but what I can control is my attitude and how I reevaluate the season from here and make moves or changes as I need to, which is what I'm going to do. So I've made some changes to the race schedule. I'm adding in a few more races that I'll tell you about in my next video. Golden Trail Series races are still my A races for this season, so that doesn't really change, but I'm gonna add in a few other races for fun. I do want to say that I am very, very grateful for this trip. I'm so thankful for the Mexican people, the Mexican culture that I got to see. It was just awesome being there, and such great people, such a great culture, so fun to get to explore, so fun to get to be with some friends, old friends and new friends. So really, really loved that about the trip, and I'm so thankful for it. So yeah, that's it for this video, but thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe for more running content and adventure in the trails, and I'll see you next time.